Empieza.
Okay. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, evening night, Professor. In this moment, you will be presented when when an exhibition of how the happiness affect people. Well, let's get started. First of all, what is happiness? Happiness is an emotion or a state of mind that occurs in the conscious being when in the reach a moment of conformation, will being or has ob- obtained certain objectives that make it us and the individual, and so each person might have their own concept. Some psychologists have treated to characterize the degree of the happiness to various states that have come the defining happiness in the measure of the subject. Well-being the influence the attitudes and behaviors individuals. People will have a high degree of happiness usually show on the positive every moment approach at the same time that will feel motivates conquer new goals. Contrary, the people will do not feel any degree on the happiness who show a negative every moment approach, feeling frustrated with the development of their life. It is understand in the this context as at a possible state of mind. It's subjective and the reform reference to the self-perceived that this implements the same series of events can be perceived different. People win different temperament and the reform what may be a happy situations for another. That it's white happiness, unlike other side relative to well-being, it's considered a subjective situation proper to the individual. Now, I spend with my parents.
I am going to talk about how physical activities influence our emotions. Well, physical activities also help us be more active during the day. In addition to the fact that we are have benefits for health and well-being makes that even more important. Some activities that we can take into account are the contact with nature. Although they are small activities, are capable of changing our state of mind either by eliminating our stress and feel more relaxed. In these small activities that help us feel more alive, we can mention going out to the park to reflect, talking with friends, looking at the stars, playing with dogs, or even going to school with your friends. Other type of more focused activities are sports. For example, going to the gym, playing soccer, basketball, or swimming. They make us happy because they distract and break the routine. It's okay, exercise is not to reduce stress hormone and alleviate depression and anxiety. Even researchers from university found that active people are happier and more satisfied with their life. In my opinion, mental health goes hand in hand with physical health because someone who is sad will not want to go out and will not want to do activities to improve. they will simple way to get away. In this case, the help that is needed is that of a family member to encourage the person to go out. That is why physical activities and healthy eating are important to have a happy and healthy life. Even if we are not in school healthy, try to do activity. That is a way to reward our physical health. Now, I am going to pass it on to my partner to explain his opinion about subject.
How, how does physical activity affect mental health? In recent years, life has become more comfortable. However, it is almost paradoxical. Youth search for time and motivation to perform any type of exercise has become complicated. Being able to show a low participation in physical activity during free time and in increase in sedentary behavior during occupational and domestic activity. Likewise, it has been observed that regular physical activity contribute positively to the primary and secondary prevention of different chronic diseases, being associated with a reduced risk of premature death. Therefore, the practice of physical and sport activities derives in a positive effects on physical and mental health because they lead to the release of endorphins, which produces a reduction in unnecessary depression and stress. Why is it important to practice physical activity and sport? While any type of physical activity, whether low or high impact, releases these substances that act directly on the brain, producing a sensation of well-being and immediate relaxation. In addition, they inject the nerve fibers that transmit pain, generating analgesia and sedation. In turn, sport and physical activity produce psychological benefits such as increased tolerance to stress, adoption of protective health habits, instruments of self-concept, and self-esteem in the same way. It decreases the perceived risk of getting sick, generating tranquilizing and antidepressant effects, improving improving reflexes and coordination, increasing the sensation of well-being, preventing insomnia, regulating sleep cycles, and improving socialization process. This is why the WHO highlighted in 2001 importance assigned to the practice of physical activity and sport in most countries as an element that promotes longevity and quality of life, as well as promoting health for all and presenting the main objectives in is thus encourage the daily practice of physical activity on a moderate or regular basis. Thank you.